All right, so we're 1 month into 2025, but it hasn't been going as planned. I had to switch from MMA into functional training because my lower back pain is back. Apparently, the muscles from my neck to the glutes or back muscles are weak and not able to support my spine. So we are strengthening the back muscles and we're fixing it this time for good. So I'm taking like 45-day break from MMA and switching to functional training to train my back muscles. But all the other habits or everything that we planned in the 2025 blueprint, everything else is going exactly as planned. And one of them was the reading list, right? So I've been reading 3 books every single day, 4 books every single day, and one would be the Daily Stoic, the other would be The Daily Love by Robert Greene, and the Quran. And I'm also reading another book that I read cover to cover in every month. So I have like uh, said in the last video that I'll be starting that list with the Almanac of Neville Ravikant because that's the last book I stopped reading. So I would also said I'm planning to put up a list of 12 books and we'll be completely reading a book a month for 2025. And the first month's January's book, The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, I almost completed it. There's just a little portion left. And today is January 31st. I'll be reading the rest of the book today itself because it's a tiny portion. The way I'm completely able to read and finish a book a month is because I don't speed read these books. When I'm reading for the first time, I don't speed read. I just read cover to cover, and I divide the total pages of the book by the days of the month and just complete whatever pages I need to complete required for that single day. Surprisingly, when I was actually planning to complete this book and give a glimpse of this book in January, 6 days ago, Ali Abdal released a video and it's part of his monthly book club. Guess which book he reviewed? The Almanac of Naval Ravikant. What would be the chances of me and Ali Abdal reviewing the same book on the same month? And I watched Ali Abdal's video. It was very good. In the video, he explained the book in terms of financial freedom. But when I read through the book, there is so much more. This book is not just instructions or some type of guidance or something like that. It will blow your mind as it's coming from an investor, Silicon Valley investor. You would think it would be based on economics or something like that, but the philosophy. This book is not just a business guide or something like that. It's just wisdom packed. Naval Ravikant's wisdom packed into a book. You should definitely read this. The book goes through almost everything, like the business, high money making skills, how to acquire them, how to navigate yourself through the society, the different types of people. Like there are people who's playing the money game and there are people playing the power game. There is also like great insights on health, happiness, relationships. He talks about meditation. He makes statements like health is his first priority and after that comes the relationships and business and everything, which would be surprising to be coming from an entrepreneur, somebody who just is a Silicon Valley investor. This book is so good. It's like when you're in a game and you have the ability to acquire like gears to upgrade your stats, and there is that gear which just increase all your stats by 20%. This is that book. It just goes, it's an all-rounder. Everybody should read this book to get a new outlook on your life. There's a great quote that I saw in this book. I really liked that quote. Let me look. Yeah, it's here. It's at the end of part 1 and before starting the part 2, which is the chapter of happiness. The part 1 is the chapter of building wealth. Okay, he's ending the chapter of wealth by this quote. I'll read it for you. A calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love. These things cannot be bought. They must be earned. A calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love. These things cannot be bought. They must be earned. He used that quote to end the chapter of building wealth. There's a lot of insights about meditations, health, workout, life balance, relationship, and everything. It's a must read. So today we are going over, I completed the list of 12 books that I'll be reading in 2025, and I'll be going in no particular order. I'll be reading any of the book from this list as I fit for that month. So we'll be completing the first book today. So after the first book, we have like another one. The second one, another book, is The Art of War by Sun Tzu, which is a Chinese general. It was originally written in Chinese, and this one is a translation and a summary of the book, which is why this is like has more contents. The original book is like very thin, like can be read in 2 days or something. It was recommended by Luke Belmar, and there is so many versions of this book. So when you're going out to buy this book, just look out for the reviews and see if the right one you want to buy. I just bought a deluxe edition. It's a hardcovered one, which was not very pricey, but still looked cool. That's why I just picked this up. It's a book on strategy that can be applied in war and in business in today's world. Many business people just recommend this book. I had seen this book in Luke Belmar's book recommendation, so that's why I picked it up. Going to the next one, which is The 4-Hour Body. 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. I got this book because I usually listen to Tim Ferriss podcast, and he references this book whenever he's explaining something that's about health. There are too many references about this book on the podcast, and I also had the opportunity to read The 4-Hour Work Week last year, and a lot of the points that he said on health and body and just having a good health and body and minimizing the time spent on maintaining your body and health, he referenced this book for all the hacks. So this book almost contains all the biohacking experiments that he did, the one with the great results. So book which actually put emphasis on reducing the time you spend maintaining your health by doing everything the most efficient scientific way, and just maintain your body with just 4 hours a month or a week. I just had the chance to just go through this book. Has just images and a lot of instructions. The book looks like really well written. I just like the format. So it's a big book, but I'm planning to read this book next on February. I'll be completing this for February. Yeah, that's planned. The third book is Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert B. Cialdini. Another this book was recommended by Patrick Bet-David on his a list of 10 books to read. It said this book is a must read for understanding persuasion and influence. Yeah. This book is also found on most of the self-improvement reading lists, like recommendation for the top books to read. And the next book is of The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco. Another great recommendation I have gotten from multiple people. Ali Abdal reviewed this book and he also recommended this. He always quotes from this book, references this book on whenever he's explaining most of the things on business and stuff. I think the book just explains why you need to rush your process of building a business, and there is two methods of getting rich, which is the slow lane and the fast lane. Slow lane would be to work on a salary and just save up the money, investing the saved up money, hoping it would get yourself rich one day. And the fast lane is to build a business itself and just do everything in a fast-paced method. So you have equity, leverage, and everything that's explained in the Almanac of Naval Regans. Yeah, so that's The Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco. Another one I'm just really excited to read. I have been getting this recommendation to read this book for the last, I think, 4 or 5 years. The next one is The Atomic Habits by James Clear, which I have already read in 2024. It's a great book. It just helped me a lot with habit building, implementing a lot of the methods that I now use to achieve something, and by building habits. The book is so good that I just decided to just read it again in 2025, but this time I'll be speed reading it. The last time I had borrowed the book from my brother, so I didn't have a copy. I didn't have the chance to just mark the important parts in the book. I usually mark down important points and useful parts of the book. So when I'm revisiting that book or speed reading that, it's easier to just read on and finish it. I got a lot of useful knowledge on habit building. This book has had a great impact on my life in the last year. So that's why I'll be rereading The Atomic Habits. If anybody haven't read The Atomic Habits and is deciding to just change their life, please read this. I can't recommend this enough. And moving on to the next book, it's Crucial Conversations by a lot of people: Joseph Grenell, Kerry Patterson, Ron McKillen, Al Swisler, Emily Gregory. I just picked it up because I just like the title, The Crucial Conversations. And as I had explained in the last video, I have an issue maintaining conversation. I'm an introvert, so with articulation and conversing with people. So I think this book would have some kind of hack or something that would help me. The summary, this one was also on the recommendation by Luke Belmar. That's also a reason why I picked it up. The book is about how to navigate yourself through tough and high-stake conversations. The book seems to be really well written, and this is the third edition of the book, so it has gone through some updations, and I think it will be having very good and useful information. So yeah, and the next one is Power versus Force, which is written by David R. Hawkins, and he has an MD and PhD, which is mostly a psychological level book. This book was recommended by Patrick Bet-David. It was on his recommended books list, and it just discusses about human consciousness and decision making. I might just speed read this book because yeah, we'll see when we read that. And next book is something that I'm really excited about, which is the Content Creator Handbook by Varun Maya and Achina Sironimaya, who are like couples, and they have YouTube channels. Like, they have two YouTube channels separate, one from the ADTV and the Varun's channel. I don't remember. I think it's called Varun Maya itself. And I follow them on Instagram and YouTube. They are one of the best content creators not in the type of having the best content creator, but they put out very good quality content on YouTube. AVTV has like good quality content explaining the economy and the career, crypto, and everything. And Varun Maya's channel always explains AI, crypto, new technology, and everything. I did go through the book a little bit, and it's just really well written and organized with thumbnails like picture representation, visual representation, and a lot of hacks and stuff. There are a lot of reference for you to just go through, as I'm also like starting to make these YouTube videos and just editing videos. I'm also very eager to just go through this book and learn a lot about video making, content creation. There are just so many like references. Even there is an image of Casey Neistat's vlogs in here. So yeah, that's the Content Creator Handbook. I'm definitely excited to read this. The next one is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, who is a Nobel Prize winner. This is a widely recommended book. I had this book recommended by a lot of people. I think it was recommended by Ali Abdaal and Patrick Bet-David. This book explores the way we think and make decisions. Another one almost like the same topic as the Power versus Force, but I think this book will have a lot more like scientific way of explaining the stuff. It will be more useful to be reading, as we are just going through Instagram Reels these days, and the brain rot, and we are losing the ability to think. I think that book would be a great one to go through. The next one is Novel Split the Difference by Chris Voss with Tahal Ross. It's a book about negotiations. It's something that I really need because I am really bad at negotiating. I just agree to what other people just say because I just don't like to negotiate with people. Yeah, a former FBI hostage negotiators, tools for talking anyone into or out of just about anything. So this guy was a former FBI negotiator, so there should be a lot of useful information in that. We'll be reviewing each book after I've completed reading that each month, which also gives me content ideas for a video every single month, and would also put me accountable to finish these books at the end of every month. And the last one is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. It is also on like psychology and how you carry yourself and self-belief and stuff. It's also recommended by Patrick Bet-David. And yeah, this was the last book, and that completes the list of 12 books for this year. And I'll be reading them each book a month, and after completing, I'll be doing a review, almost like Ali Abdaal's book club. The difference is Ali Abdaal is doing the book club, so he can give bite-sized information to his audience. I'm doing this because it would keep me accountable and just force me to finish reading a book a month, and also gives me content for doing a video a month, which would force me to like record a video, present it, and speak in front of a camera, and also do the editing, also help me improve or practice or improve my editing skills. So that just completes the list. I'll be publishing this video hopefully by February 1st. Today's January 31st. So that's it. Yeah. See you in the next one. Bye.